Hello everybody, welcome back to Matty Reacts, the channel where we take a look at things we've never watched or listened to before. And today we're looking at someone else new to the channel, which is Benson Boone. Now I've wanted to cover Benson Boone ever since I first heard Beautiful Things, which I unfortunately heard in full away from this channel, so I couldn't cover it. But I really liked Benson's voice on that song. Now I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know that it had come from a background of sort of one of the is it American Idol, one of the sort of talent shows, and he'd sort of turned it down and wanted to do things his own way. So I just thought he was coming up from the scene, but I guess he is still coming up from the scene in a way. But I really liked his voice, especially when he reaches the sort of raspy high notes in Beautiful Things. And I saw that he had a newish song. I think I'm a couple of weeks late to it now, called Pretty Slowly. So that's what we're going to take a look at in this video. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's a longer one. It's 4 minutes 21. You probably have seen it by the time this video goes live, but I've just done Guess by Charlie XCX featuring Billie Eilish, which was a minute and a half shorter than this one. So it'll be interesting to see what that extra space and time is filled with in a song like this. So let's just jump into it.
Remember how you were every shade of perfect, and then the colors blurred. And you'll never love me like you did. You'll never love me like you did. And I see your ghost from time to time when I'm driving through the Rockies, and I feel this little knife in my heart, and it bleeds me out. Don't wanna love, I don't wanna love you now.
When he's in this register, right, his voice sounds so familiar. It sounds like 4 or 5 other people's voices. It's when he reaches the sort of higher notes that he really stands out. Not that to say that this kind of singing isn't bad, but it just reminds me of so many people who've got that sort of, it's not really a twang, it's the way that they sing. I don't know, it's kind of a bit Paolo Nutini-ish, it's kind of a bit Tom Grennan-ish. It's kind of a mix and match of all the sort of popular male styles of singing. I mean, Benson Boone has come along at the perfect time for his kind of voice, I think. This kind of voice is very popular at the moment, and he has got one of the better ones of it. The song itself as well feels kind of throwbacky. It feels like when back when I used to download the free single of the week on iTunes, when they used to do that, and people like Paolo Nutini were on it in like 06, 07. It feels like this song so far could fit into that era. It'd be interesting to see where it goes.
Oh, how come all the best things fall apart? And it started pretty slowly. Oh, when you asked about the old me. Oh, is he gone? Oh, is he gone? Oh, I don't know. I think I left him somewhere I no longer go. And I watch you run away now from all the lovely things we hate now. Where did we go? Where did we go? Oh, I don't know. But I know it feels like somewhere far away from home. And it's falling into pieces.
Very athletic.
No, there's not a way that we can stop this now. 1,000 miles an hour, we're driving off the edge. And darling, now there's nothing left. And it started out so slowly. Oh, as I lay.
I've said he's kind of an amalgamation of all the popular styles of male singer these days. This song is actually reminding me a lot of Lewis Capaldi, and I think in a lot of ways he's kind of like, I think he's American, isn't he? And not rather than Canadian. He's kind of like the American Lewis Capaldi in the sort of way he sings and the registers that he sings in. A lot of people will find that high sort of raspy sound quite grating, and the same way that a lot of people found that kind of sound grating when Lewis did it. It's interesting though. Yeah, I think vocally they're quite similar, aren't they? In how they approach songs like this. I'd not thought about it until there was just a couple of lines that just hit me over the head as being very, very Capaldi-ish, and then I couldn't unhear it again.
Here by myself and it's 4 a.m. I wonder, did I put you through hell? Oh no, I need to know if you're okay. I wanna know, I need to know if you're okay. And I hope that you're so damn sure that leaving me was right. Best thing you ever did, it was leaving me behind. Oh, I couldn't blame you if I tried. I guess even the best things fall apart.
But he has got a better moustache than Lewis Capaldi, so if you happen to be watching this, Lewis, I'm very sorry, but he's got you beat in the moustache department.
And it started pretty slowly. Oh, when you asked about the old me. Oh, is he gone? Oh, is he gone? Oh, I don't know. I think I left him somewhere I no longer go. And I watch you run away now from all the lovely things we hate now. Where did we go? Where did we go? Oh, I don't know. But I know it feels like somewhere far away from home.
It's very epic sound, isn't it?
No, there's not a way that we can stop this now. 1,000 miles an hour, we're driving off the edge. And darling, now there's nothing left.
Ooh. I wish Lewis Capaldi could flip like that as well.
Somewhere deep in you, somewhere deep in me. Oh, there's still two lovers. So who the hell are we? When I look.
I think when he comes down like this, like that section there where he says "Who the hell are we?" It's those breaks in the voice that give it a lot of character. Definitely a lot of character.
Look at you, and when you look at me, oh, there's still two lovers. So who the hell are we? When I look at you, and when you look at me, oh, there's still two lovers. So who the hell are we? When I look at you, and when you look at me, oh, there's still two lovers. So who the hell are we?
Oh, that's a clean high note.
Hell are we? Oh, who the hell are we?
And he likes hugs as well, I guess. Very interesting. Straight off the bat, I don't think it's as good as Beautiful Things. But the problem is, Beautiful Things is one of those songs that his music will always be used as a yardstick against. Or that song will be used as a yardstick against any future music, I should say. And it's kind of unfair, isn't it? But it's always what happens. That is such a sort of one-off song in terms of how quickly it seemed to come from nowhere. I mean, in this day and age, actually, it's a lot easier to do that with TikTok blowing up and things like that. But I think I was aware of it, and I don't always keep up to date with internet things. There's just too much going on the internet these days. But I thought that song was, in its own right, a very good song. It's like I say, it's very Lewis Capaldi-ish in its structure and how it's laid out, and the fact that it's sort of a broken lower register and then goes into a really raspy higher register. But I'm a big fan of Lewis Capaldi, so therefore I am a big fan of this kind of music, and I think that Benson Boone does it very well. It's a very good song. I think that's all I really need to say over and above what I've already mentioned. Definitely adding it to a playlist. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Benson comes out with next, because if, you know, Beautiful Things was as good as that was, and this is as good as this was, I can already see a song on screen that I'm not aware of called Slow It Down. So, you know, if it's worth me reacting to that or any other songs, these are literally the only two songs I've heard by Benson Boone, is this and Beautiful Things. So if there's anything else I should be listening to, drop me a recommendation in the comments. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. So thank you for dropping by, and I'll see you again in another reaction video very soon.